Hello everyone and welcome to the Ink2inc series of the Fintelligent Investor channel, where we bring to you stories of real startups, how these startups started just as an idea and are successful companies today. Today we have with us Mrs. Preeti Gopal.
Namaste.
She is a co-founder at Dhouta Engineering OPC Private Limited and Health is Wealth Holistics LLP. Both these companies are into different sectors, but a beautiful backstory blends them together. Both these companies are incubated at the Atal Incubation Center at NITTE, that is AIC NITTE. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to share our experience.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Tell us something about yourself and your startup.
Okay, so as you told, we have two startups, and I'm a very passionate mechanical engineer.
Oh, wow.
And my vision is to empower women and housekeeping staff with several by developing solutions and technologies for unmet segment of home automation and housekeeping automation sector. So that is my vision, and my co-founder is Mr. Narendra Babu. So he is also a very ingenious mechanical engineer, and he has been with me right from the beginning of the startup journey, from giving life to the idea and designing stage, product development stage, and also on the business aspects of our startup journey. We were all together in this. So we both together have 30 plus years of experience in product development and engineering automation, and the driving force in us is to work for a cause, and we develop solution on a cost based perspective, and together we have developed several solutions and patented few of the technologies.
Oh, wow.
In the problem areas in sectors like laundry care and hygiene, and in feet and indoor floor hygiene. We developed solutions and patented it. And also we work for a waste to wealth project, where we are developing large scale production machines, technologies and processing technologies. And also we are building a business model for cow dung based production, because we together have a Goshala. It's a Desi cattle protection center, where we are protecting over 25 plus stray cattle, that too native Malnad Gidda pure breeds. We protect pure breeds. So we have over 25 plus cows, and since there is no much dairy opportunity here, see, these Malnad Giddas are low milking basically, and that's why selected cow dung, because it's available in abundance. We selected it to develop a business model. So together we have achieved so much this far. So he has been with me, and we both together we are doing two startups, because one is the idea that we wanted to live, which is smart entry mat. We wanted to make it a commercially available product, and in the meantime we also have our Goshala, which is growing day by day. And we have to, we are the only we bootstrapped it basically.
In both?
Yes, in both.
Oh, wow.
So to make the Goshala self-sustainable, we started working on the cow dung side of the project. It was our obligation to develop a self-sustainable model if we are planning to keep the Goshala. So we had to take up two projects, and that's the reason two startups we are trying to establish. And from last 2 years, actually, we worked on both the startups and bought it from a POC stage to pre-commercialization stage right now.
Wow,
both the startups
nice.
are in the same stage right now.
So, both these startups, what were certain problems that you saw which you wanted to solve? What is that smart entry mat?
Yes. So the main problem we are trying to address with our solution is that indoor floors are very excellent breeding grounds for bacteria, and bacteria and viruses sustain on indoor floor for a prolonged period of time. and through air currents, these dirt and bacteria is transferred to the indoor environment, causing several type of health problems
Correct.
to the people indoor.
Yes.
So for this concern, and mainly being a working mom, I like don't want to spend much time in maintaining indoor hygiene, because we generally sweep the floor, but we don't mop it regularly.
True.
We generally don't, and that's the hygiene part which we are missing out. So I wanted to reduce the frequency of me investing my time in mopping the floor.
True.
So then I started observing that the general entry mats that we have, there are several issues with it. One is it doesn't clean your sole properly, so bacteria are not gone, and partial dirt is also coming inside, because the mat itself is storing the dirt.
Right.
And it's a breeding ground for all these dangerous bacteria, virus, mold, and even when you come from outdoor, there's micro feces particles in the outdoor floor, which will also get collected in the mat. So understanding that, I wanted a cleaner solution, and being a woman, I can see, even if I have housekeeping staff, or even if I am doing it as a woman, most of the time women are being targeted to do this kind of housekeeping work, commercially also and residentially also. So that is the dirty job that they do, washing, they brush it to remove that dirt which we have stamped upon. And they don't use gloves. I have given gloves to my helper, and she like try to skip it. She is not serious, but I know the seriousness of her touching those things. So I wanted a permanent solution, like I should not be bothering about entry mat ever again. Then with this idea in my mind, during Corona, I saw in many luxury commercial spaces, they were using this foot bath tub.
Correct.
During Corona in metropolitan cities.
Yes.
Yes. Like in Bhima Jewelers, Abharan, if you go, you can see that deep mat.
Yes.
They had for a very short period of time. And the reason was that it is really not a sustainable technology, because it gets wet 30-40 passes, the whole disinfectant liquid is now dirty, and it has lost the ability to sanitize your feet also.
Right, right.
So it's a very high maintenance thing, so nobody were willing to adopt such a thing. So during this period, I understood that there is requirement even in industrial sectors, like small and medium industries who are doing like food processing or something, they also need hygienic floors. So there is industrial, and there is a scope in religious places also.
Yes.
Because in metro cities, people are now not washing feet before they enter temple. And if that thing has to be mandatory, and if you can't skip it, then that we have to develop such a technology. So I developed an idea, then together we designed, myself and my husband, and patented the design, where you will, every customer who comes will wash his feet with fresh water. A thin layer of fresh water comes from the machine, where you can wash your feet. Your feet is fully cleaned. And the water can also be disinfectant water. If you can dose some disinfectant, we have given the provision, it is optional. Like in religious places, you don't want to disinfect the feet, okay. In places where floor hygiene is critical, then you can disinfect the liquid also, which passes through. So minimum 100 to 200 ml of water is enough to clean the feet soles. And the mat is always clean and hygienic. There is no dirt or bacteria breeding in the mat. It's a very simple design and a very good patented technology, which will help us in the future to be something like a washing machine. It was earlier a very big thing, but later now it's down to the market. It's reached every household right now. So I believe that the mat that I have developed in the very soon future, it will be used everywhere, because it's a next generation entry mat solution, which is affordable, simple technology, durable, because there is no moving, rotating parts, or some industrial grade solution you cannot apply in most of the places.
Correct.
There are definitely feet cleaning solutions right now at a very large level. It's highly priced, it needs regular maintenance, and overall costs are high, and it's not even designed in a way that you can keep it in a luxury or commercial showrooms or stores, or in households also, large residential spaces.
So how long do you have to stand on the mat to get your...
Like rub your feet for 5 seconds just like any other mat, but there will be a thin layer of water flowing.
Oh,
so the mat is always clean. It's a solid structure.
Okay.
There is no coir or fiber trapping the dirt. So the dirt gets washed away, and we have it's a plug and play model, and it's self maintenance. There is no maintenance required.
Oh, wow.
Every now and then it does the self cleaning part also.
Very nice. That's very ingenious. And do you have to stand bare feet only, or can you even...
It's either with the shoes or bare feet.
You can both. Okay, yes. So you can even, sell it to showrooms and
yes.
all that, or even for households.
Household, religious places is also actually the main thing.
Right. Very nice.
I was serious about religious places because that is the need there. The floor is not hygienic. So many people are coming and going, and the temple cannot manage the floor. And people are going down, and floor hygiene is really required there.
Yes. So I think this idea, this entire thing came to you after you became a mom?
No, I think from a very early age.
You had this hygiene.
I'm like on the creative side of automation. Whenever I see anybody doing repeating job, then I dream of some mechanism that can automate. So it's in me all the time, and that's the reason I was very clear even in my high school that what I want to do next. I wanted to do diploma mechanical engineering. I particularly chose that so that I can even build my experience, and also after diploma I can work and do my engineering later on in the evening college.
So when you were growing up, you always aspired to be a startup founder?
No, I was only aspired towards the engineering automation side and the creative side of product development. That's where I was, which took me to this side of the startup thing, because I have several patentable ideas, but can't do all of that together. We have some resource limitations. So taking one step at a time, and even that could not happen. I had to take 2 steps at a time, because this side I have my Goshala, this side I have my patented idea, which time is running. I don't want to pause that.
Correct.
I want to bring it to market and parallelly also build a Goshala project. But luckily, with a lot of support from several incubation centers, I am also incubated in AC Jyoti, Bangalore, and also Jain Incubation Center, Bangalore. They also gave us some women entrepreneurship program which was for 3 months, and it was excellent. So with all this support, we had a lot of mentoring support and expert advisory from the incubation centers. And with that, I was able to, I had already bootstrapped and brought both of my ideas to POC stage, proof of concept. And from there, with the help of incubation, I was able to build it till pre-commercialization.
So basically you said that you have a Goshala as well.
Yes.
So you said that you do products from cow dung. What is that?
So I would like to brief about a Goshala first, because what's the reason behind having this Goshala. So in this local area, Udupi and Mangalore and this Malnad belt, we have this very high medicinal value cattle called Malnad Gidda, and out of them Kapila is one particular variant in Malnad Gidda, which has very high medicinal value. They say in their Gomutra and all Panchagavya like cow dung, milk, Mutra, all of these you get nano gold particles at a higher ratio comparing to other cows, because Kapila is special. Kapila is a cattle which has golden eyes, golden tail, feet is also golden, like creamish. Totally there is not even a single black or white mark. It won't be. It will be full gold.
The and brown there are some color.
No, generally they have this shining gold tint, and along with their eyes are also golden. That is the one thing we can make sure that they are Kapila. Yeah, because there are other cows, they have some golden tint, but they will have they are not Kapila. And also some pure breeds of Kapila shed their horns every now and then, and those horns are very high medicinal value again. Yeah, so and Lord Krishna had a specific space for Kapila variety in his courtyard. So he also knew the significance of Kapila. And we are proud to say that in only Malnad belt you get Kapila in this large numbers, and they are all on the street because they don't give, they are not milking machines, they are not created for providing milk to the owner. They have other Panchagavya values, and the milk is so less that the calf needs it. If you are taking it, you are stealing it from the calf's food, and nutritionally also the calf will go down, and even genetic transfer won't have properly, so you can't raise a particular breed in a proper level if you are using milk. So we just let them free, they are just roaming. We started this Goshala when we were in a rented space in Udupi actually. We started with one and ended up till 18, and we had problems because it was just a 20-cent land rented area. And somehow luckily with great struggle we got some person who was willing to allow us to even take care of cattle in his property as rental. There were very less people who were interested in such things. So we started there, and there due to lack of space we were forced to buy a land which is greater in size. They need green fodder. And what happened is we used to let them to graze freely, at least mothers we used to let, so that they will come back to feed the calf, like after 2-3 hours they will come back, again afternoon they will go and come back in the evening to feed the calves. But there was lot of security issue. Once our cows never came back, it took 3 days, then somehow we got the idea to take photo and share it in WhatsApp, and a miracle happened. Almost 30 kilometers away, somebody saw that WhatsApp forward message and recognized that our cows have been taken there and left there for some reason. Maybe they were troubling some small farmer there, and we didn't know because they go on a very large graze area. So all these reasons pushed us to, out of whatever we have, we wanted to buy as big land as possible. So in Perdur, we purchased a land, 3.5 acres of land, and we have also paid advance for another 2 acres because we know they need roaming space, and that space cannot be used as cultivation land, and they need green fodder, and you won't get green. See, how much ever you pay, greens are very scary here.
Yes.
Fodder cultivation is a major issue right now in our country, being a dairy intensive country where we are the largest producers and consumers of dairy in the world right now. So fodder cultivation is an issue, and for that reason we had to go to rural space, even though we were parallelly working on some of the new products where we needed a teamwork and all, and being in metropolitan cities would be better option for that startup. But that was a compromise we had to make to come to rural area. Now almost 1 acre of land we have cultivated greens. So by adding extra ingredients for nutrition, we chop all the greens every day, and
you make it provided to the cows.
Instead of, see, we are both bootstrapped this Goshala project under Dhouta Green Foundation Trust.
Okay.
So we both are trustees there, and since we are just both of us, we knew a time would come when our Goshala will grow bigger than our financial capabilities. So we wanted to work towards a sustainable business model, which is a non-dairy based business. So we understood cow dung is definitely the one, because we need not even try to get cow dung. They are free all the time, and we collect cow dung daily, whatever is dropped in a restricted space, which is also much bigger. I have given them close to 1 acre space. A part of it is covered, it has a Goshala, it's around 5,000 square feet space for built up area for the cows for the rainy season, and other time they are outside.
Nice.
That's an open access, they can go in or come out.
Right, yes, of course.
Yeah, so we just collect the cow dung.
And what do you make from that cow dung?
So we started initially by buying a machine from outside. We just knew that we had to do some cow dung business, so we procured a machine from outside. Then we realized that they told it was a cow dung product making incense stick machine. But later we realized that when you are doing manually, there is no much ingredients you mix up with cow dung. It generally forms very well and nice. But with this type of machines, their processing technology is not so compatible for cow dung base. Then you will have to grind the whole stuff, make a fine powder, dry. Then you add lot of bonding materials. Then due to bonding materials, burning will go down. Then you add lot of burning material to it, and you want to crunch on the material cost. So you will obviously go for cheaper toxic alternatives. And the cow dung product won't come well. So we understood that. Luckily, the manufacturer agreed to take back the machine, and since we both were mechanical engineers, we started making our own machine where we can use a cow dung with very minimal additives. And when you go minimal, there is really scope where you can add herbal additives instead of chemical additives, because that it's so bare minimum. So with the view to be able to do 100% herbal non-toxic product, we built a machine. First we built a proof of concept kind of thing, small version and a jugaad version actually. Then out of making some sample productions with that, then we understood like all that cow dung needs mass processing machines. We can't do it manually, we can't make the recipe manually. So we identified which is the best equipments. We tried a few options and came up with the entire processing technology, and the benefit with our technology, which is like right now kept as a trade secret for our business purpose. So the technology benefit is that general cow dung based agarbattis which are in the market, one is it is most of the time done manual, because whatever existing machines are there, the initial cost is like 3 lakh to 6 lakh on one machine, and it does only one product. It will make dhoop stick, non-stop dhoop stick. How will the small goshala be able to sell so many dhoop sticks? So what they do, there are goshalas who are now doing over 100 products, manual production, 100 variety of product, because they want to sustain in the market. They are not able to penetrate deeply so that they can do one product variant like mass production. So we came up, the same problem was with us also, because we are working with another startup. We don't want to spend like deep dive into marketing and only able to produce one product. So we did a multi-die machine concept where you can make multiple variant cow dung products. Cow dung is a very good natural waste material. And there are so many things you can make out of cow dung. If you, the possibilities are limitless actually. So you can make so many. A small goshala, they are finding 100 ways to make products. So if you are thinking in a manufacturing perspective, there is so much you can make. So we have
brought some products.
Yes. So we are selling these herbal non-toxic dhoop sticks, which has medicinal benefits. We add premium ingredients, and also we make sure it's pure. We don't buy extracts. Tulsi means we don't buy tulsi powder. We buy real sticks so that we can see what's in the, all the real ingredients we bring. We powder it ourselves so that we know there is no quality issues in the powders. Then we add it to the dhoop stick.
Can we see the dhoop stick?
Yeah.
You also have a diya, right?
Yes, this is non-breakable diya. You can, it's very lightweight option. Generally, diyas are brought from China.
In this diya is like good for the environment. Nothing is bad for the environment.
No, you can just, you can put it in your pot after use. But this is reusable version. You can reuse this. It might have some dark stains, but I have used multiple times, multiple Diwalis.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. And the burning version is used to let go in water.
Yeah, that is
that
really
is the burnable version, which burns off with
the water, and it doesn't pollute the water also.
Yeah, because it's just activated carbon.
Right. And this is the dhoop sticks. Wow. Really nice smell also. This is made of cow dung?
Yes, most of the part is cow dung with very minimum additives.
Oh, okay. I can't really make out. No?
Okay.
Really, I think you, so many, this you have made it smell nice, right?
Yes, yeah, but we
Is
are
this
actually
the same technology for doing an agarbatti also?
no. The main thing is in agarbatti they use DEP oil. It's a aroma enhancer which is
And what are you
petroleum
using?
waste. We don't use any such oil because we are not concentrating on the fragrance. We are doing a kind of medicated fugmentation that you call.
Okay, okay,
You,
okay.
you can think of it like that. Obviously, you can use in your daily puja and prayers, but it has medicinal value. And we are, see, once you go into the fragrance industry, to get that intense fragrance, they are doing so many things which are chemical based. So let's not concentrate on the fragrance. There will be a mild fragrance because we are adding very small quantities of aromatic pure oils.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so
okay,
we won't be
got it.
adding any fragrance.
Okay. When you started your startups, what were the first initial resources that you tapped into?
When we started we started with our idea, obviously. So we were both always talking about new products. I have like every day when I do my house core, I have one more new product idea that comes to my mind, and we used to always discuss about how the design part we used to discuss. We were not a startup, we were both working professionals actually.
Okay, okay.
We were together working. Our previous job experiences also were together.
Oh, nice.
We are both engineering automation solution providers.
Oh.
We do design automation and engineering automation solutions. We were working full time. And luckily, much earlier to the Corona period where this work from home culture, really boomed. Much earlier than that, back in 2015 or 2014 only, we had this work from home job that we did together on the same project. So there was a lot of time where we can brainstorm, and we thought about building a real product, and along with that comes the startup part, funding, all these things. So somehow we bootstrapped, and money was not something I really think was the difficult part. It was the time and effort because we are working full time already.
On top of that,
Yeah,
you are
on
doing
top
something
of that,
your own.
we are both we are a family who are both the partners are into the same startups, and it was definitely we took comfortable time. We had planned very well, and we created a situation where we can really get into startup full time. So with the bootstrapping, we were able to achieve from idea to POC stage, and from there with some incubation contacts, we were able to take it to the next level from POC to prototype. So for Smart Intimate, we got funded from Startup Seed Fund India scheme. We got debt fund of 10 lakhs. And we got it from AIC Jyoti, Bangalore.
Oh.
And
so Dr. Anand Prasad would have also been
yes,
a great
he has been a great support, and he's also very much interested in our cow dung project also.
Yes.
So
he is an all-round mentor also, no?
Yes, yes. And much earlier to that, from the time of KBU, I was with the NITE, AIC NITE.
You are tied up with two of the best.
No, actually AIC NITE was the first incubation center that I tied up with.
Oh, nice.
There was no official tie-up, but still I got all kinds of support. And even, the managers there in the center, they keep timely informing us which scheme is coming, when you have to apply,
so
what is the due date.
Yeah.
Yes, with that I was able to connect to AIC Jyoti, and Achar sir also guided me very well, like when to apply, where to apply. So it really helped me being incubated. Otherwise things would have gone much slower, I believe.
Yes.
Because for a startup, even if the startup is funded at the idea stage, which is a very low occurrence situation, even then there will always be lack of something, lack of resources when you are pre-revenue stage.
In your view, how has being incubated at AIC Nitte and AIC Jyoti and having mentors like Dr. AP Achar and Dr. Anand Prasad, how has this incubation environment helped you in your startups?
I would like to tell it like a story.
Yes,
like
yes.
how my journey with incubation started.
Right.
So first, when myself and my husband started into product development journey, we first built a instant laundry care solution.
Okay.
Because in that sector, what I felt the problem was like working women or working family, micro families that we are right now. There is the problem with laundry because we stack it.
Yes.
There comes the problem. It starts to stink, and we only feel it stinks, but it actually doesn't stink. It's breeding bacteria. So this accumulation and then segregation, separating it to colors, then loading in the machine, one by one, cycle by cycle, we have to do, and it's very difficult for working women. Yes. So I came up with this idea where it's a instant laundry care product, and it promotes hygienic cloth handling system. So what happens is you load your cloth. We did two machines actually, two prototypes we built. One is a machine which washes, dries and irons your stitched cloths, suits, anything, any of your daily wear. And generally, initially, since the machine is in early stage, it is for the premium sector. Definitely later on, it can come down to where you are using your workwear clothing.
It is a registered company?
Yes, yes.
And you've patented that?
Yes, and I didn't get patent granted because I stopped it in a stage where I did preliminary patenting. So the idea is now mine. So now I have to
work on it
on the patent granting side.
Okay.
So,
and where
that project, let me tell you my experience where the incubation thing came. So this project, so two machines I told you. One is for the stitched, where it just takes 5 minutes. Like you're wearing a suit, and you want to wear it like daily to the work, and those suits are sweaty inside. You have to give it to laundry. 28 hours to 48 hours you should wait, and you will get it back. So all this you can reduce all this. Just remove whatever you're wearing. You can load it within 5 minutes. It's cleanly washed, it's dried and ironed.
Wow.
You can just wear it.
Superb.
Yeah.
Superb.
The same concept, since I really appreciate our Indian culture, and it used to be cotton saris that are really very good, comfortable workwear.
Yes.
Cotton saris, but it takes lot of management. You have to starch it, you have to iron it, otherwise it's not going to stand as
the way
expected.
It should, yeah.
Yes. So I thought like we should have a solution for that also, and similar machine which washes in 5 minutes we did on the sari and dhoti side.
Wow.
So it folds and gives back. So this was the idea that we have patented, applied for preliminary patent, and we developed a prototype also for both of them. Where we were not so successful is the stage where we wanted to take it to the commercialization level.
Right.
There comes that we need a lot of resources, and financial resource was one of the main thing. And I thought during that time, actually pre-corona period, like 2015 to 2019, you can say that these incubation centers were not so comfortable with virtual incubation. We were full-time working in another job and parallelly wanted to build idea to POC. So physical incubation and full-time dedication was not possible. So we had to bootstrap, and we brought it to a level, and then I wanted to raise funds, and since I was not incubated physically and virtual was not the option, I was all alone doing fundraising for my instant washing machine.
Wow.
And I actually tragically failed in raising fund, and at the same time, like I failed in the sense the fund requirement was too high, and people wanted to see my working idea, not idea orally or my imagination. Even my pitch was great. They wanted to see something,
in front of their eyes.
MVP. They are asking for
minimum
MVP.
viable product.
Yes, and this technology needs a lot of effort to build an MVP.
Right.
Yeah, and we were also working,
Yes.
and we are first generation entrepreneurs, both of us. So it was difficult. So I took it as an opportunity. I had it preliminary patented, all the ideas. Then I quickly noticed that I was myself very uncomfortable with my entry mats. Like even my maid cleaning it, touching it, I was not so comfortable. And we also had a goshala, and we have kids running around the house all the time. Regardless you mop it every day, still the floor is unhygienic. So I tried different types of entry mats, all rubber, you name it, and I had it, coir, rubber, or any fabric based, and none of them I was happy with. So in the same time corona came, and in commercial shops also I saw the issue. Then I did some validation of the idea. I saw even at industrial levels, in food processing areas, and where they are producing medicines and herbal leha and Ayurvedic processing, they all need clean floors. But they can't invest like 2 to 3 lakh, or there are machines in industrial level from 2 to 12 lakh, 15 lakh. It goes like that.
Just for the entry disinfection.
Yes, 15 lakh if you want like puff clean from all the sides.
That thing.
Those are big walk-through things, and there are smaller options, but still they are. Even if you consider it as an affordable option, they are not suitable for general entry where you simply want to walk through like a mat. You don't want to feel much difference. That's where my idea, we designed in such a way that it shouldn't bother too much for anybody.
True.
It's in a busy walk area, in a busy entrance, it can be mall or aeroplane or airport or even in temples. Yeah, it should still be able to quickly clean your feet, just like you're rubbing. It will clean the feet. So I thought that was a smaller, the product innovation and the R&D investment that I needed was much smaller for this.
Compared to
that. So it was a positive jump that I took, so that now I can, after I get go to the revenue stage, maybe I can.
You can work back on that.
My washing machine. But this is also a very good product which targets major problem areas concerning the housekeeping staff or the woman of the house touching those dirty bacteria, which are really dangerous. Like you don't get that kind of bacteria anywhere else in your home. That is the level of dirt and dangerous bacteria which is in your entry mat.
Wow, so, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they are too dirty because feet is the carrier of all the bacteria from outdoors.
And how much does this mat cost?
Right now it is costing below 50,000.
Oh, wow,
and there is no automatic feet cleaning and sanitization technology in that price range, and our product is very versatile. It can be placed in temple, it can be placed in front of a showroom, it can be placed in a mall, in an airport, or in theaters where they have these carpeted floors that are so dirty, and it's a closed environment. You have AC, so you're breathing it somehow indirectly, all these bacteria on the floor. In a long run.
How big is this mat?
It is actually customizable because our customers are very different. We have made one average size where one user can pass. And based on the entry size, we can, it's a modular design, you can expand.
So when did you approach AIC Jyoti and when did you approach AIC Nitte?
AIC Nitte, I got to know when there was a KBU event back in 2021. So during that event, much earlier to that, I met my partner met Diksha, right? Met Diksha in a FPO farmer producer event which was happening. So there she spoke about AIC Nitte, and my husband spoke with her that we are also doing products. So she said, great, you can join in. Prior to that, all we knew was that if we get incubated, we have to go to cities like Bangalore or something, leaving our Goshala, not practical. There are no much options here. During that period, I was not aware of MUTBI. I thought I contacted Manipal, but it was a bio incubator that I contacted, so the product didn't blend so well. So that was the right time where I met AC NITE. It is sector agnostic on the startups that they invest with. So after the KBU event, even the event was like a 6 months process roughly.
Oh.
Yeah, we had lot of prior rounds, and we had lot of mentorship also for the contest. It was a much lengthier journey. Pitching was introduced because they know these startups here are not so experienced in pitching and all. They taught us how to pitch, even body language classes, everything was there actually. So after that, we won in the agri-tech sector.
Oh, nice.
For our Kaudang project. So after that, we are continuously in touch with AIC NITE.
Okay.
And I was like not missing out on even a single opportunity where I can raise funds. So I was applying everywhere, and I used to get this notifications, timely notification when the scheme, where exactly I have to apply, what's the deadline. These things I used to get from our WhatsApp group messages. So Achar sir also told me like if I have to apply for startup seed fund, like what's the process in detail. So that's how we started with the NITE, AIC NITE. From there we got funded for our smart mat from AIC Jyoti, which I had applied.
How did you get connected to AIC Jyoti?
That's the timing. I get notification that in AIC Jyoti startup seed fund is going on.
Okay.
Things I get notified in several communication methods. So the timely notification is very critical.
Yes.
Otherwise, you get lost into the number of incubators that are there.
Yes.
You should really see the so many incubators. Options are too many. So with proper guidance, it was easy to right time apply to the right place.
Correct.
So that you can get it quickly.
And both Dr. AP Achar as well as Dr. Anand Prasad have, they are very versatile,
Yes.
very dynamic. They know what they're doing, right?
Yes, yes.
And they both have helped you a lot in your startups?
Yes, and they are personally, they like my Kaudang project.
Nice.
Because they see a lot of scope, and we can, the project theme is Atmanirbhar Goshala. So all these Desi Goshalas, which are not so much, it can't be 100% dairy based industry. There's a small part of dairy income, but if you have to be fully sustainable, there are so many other ways you have to explore in getting revenue to run the Goshala.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah. So they both clearly know the potential of the project.
Love eco-friendly and environmental friendly products also, I think.
Yeah, majorly we wanted to work for a cause. Eco-friendly and environmental friendly is our USP actually.
Yes.
Coming to sustainability of Goshala, that was the first issue that we had, and we had to address it with some proper solution for self-sustainability. Because a cattle give birth to a calf every year, so your Goshala size will continuously multiply. So for that growth, we have to be equipped with proper financial arrangements.
What is one of the biggest milestone that you have faced in the startup?
The biggest milestone where I really felt very confident was the stage where I developed my idea and applied for patent, and when Indian patent was granted, that was the because I did it all solo. Like I had a legal advisor, but they don't understand your product.
Yes.
If you have to build a patentable product with its own innovative aspects. That was the phase where I had to redesign.
Correct.
With my partner. We redesigned a lot so that the product becomes patentable. Yes. And I really put in lot of effort, and it was a place where I really felt confident that if you put
it was a big validation, almost a big validation.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And your patent is also your baby, right?
Yes, it boosted my confidence very nicely.
Because everyone can tell that they are a entrepreneur, but when you have that thing in your hand, some you know some validation, then that is definitely.
Yes.
What is one of the craziest things that you have done for your startup to achieve a particular goal?
Actually, we all as working moms know that it's a crazy thing to do a startup when you are a solo working mom.
Yes.
So in that situation, sometimes what happens is, to meet my deadlines, I work for non-stop 3 days, like days and nights in stretch.
Ah, oh my God.
That's the craziest thing, and I generally do it, like, might not be 3 days every time, but 1 day, 2 day. Night is the time that boosts my productivity.
Yes.
If I have to be accountable,
But then without
for
rest,
deadlines,
is it?
I think I should thank to my focus, the ability to focus,
Wow.
that I get motivated and self-driven to achieve the goal, and being able to work for like 48 hours, 28 hours. And I have done it even in my education phase, where I had a 15th place in CET Evening College.
Wow,
so
nice.
I know that methodology, how you take some short breaks, take some short rests, and then without hindering the performance, you can work straight away for over 50 hours.
Wow. So you've done this practically also, right?
Yes, yes, many times I had to
And
do.
not only in your education, but even in your startup.
Even in startup is the situation, it comes like every once in a week or two.
And has that
Prior to
affected
that,
your
it was
health?
only exams.
Has that affected your health?
In a way, but I try to stay relaxed. In a way, yes, definitely it will affect, but I don't think, since it's for a small period, till we are generating revenue. Once we get revenue, we can go to the growth stage where we have a team in place for
Yes.
everything. I don't think struggling for 1 or 2 years is a big thing if you have a longer, bigger
Definitely.
vision.
I like that attitude. I think one of the true spirits of entrepreneurship.
Yes.
I think the passion drives you.
Yes, passion,
Right?
yes. Because it is for a cause. We are not developing a startup or building simply a product which is not in the market. We are doing it for a cause on both the sides. Floor hygiene is my concern because she doesn't, my younger daughter who is 3-year-old doesn't know the difference between floor and a chair. She is like everywhere, and I can't keep mopping all the day.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the very deeper problem. Which drove me to this,
hats off.
with our entry mats, the frequency of floor cleaning will reduce.
Right.
Yes.
Right. That's absolutely true.
Yes.
So your startup, from the point you started, how far have you come? Where are you now? And where do you aspire to go in the future?
For our Goshala startup, it all started with the requirement, the need. So the validation quickly happened because we know we are in a Goshala group, so we understand the need. So quickly it slowly became into the physical model that is working. And right now we have achieved a pilot manufacturing. Like we have our own 3000 square feet manufacturing unit with the machine over 15 lakhs, several machine for large scale processing of cow dung. And also we have developed multiple machines for making cow dung products. That is our development.
Oh, nice.
Whereas for mass processing, we buy the equipments from outside.
Nice,
That's
nice,
what we do.
nice.
So now we are in a stage where we are doing pilot production and testing our machines, and also parallelly launching our product.
You're going to launch soon?
Yeah, we have started production, but official launch has to happen soon. We are doing pilot batches right now.
And how far do you think this will go?
Our vision is not just to be this brand, but under this brand we want to do this cattle welfare activities where we will tie up with any needful interested Goshala. We will not just provide them or sell a machine and just say that it works. We will be with them, we will be on the production partnership. We will also do branding partnership with needful Goshala, so that the brand, united we can achieve a lot.
Yes.
If we are one brand in the different Goshalas, then we can achieve deeper market penetration and with lower marketing investment. So we want to collaborate with larger Goshalas and this is just the beginning where we have 25 cows in our Goshala. And if this model is sustainable, we can also grow here, because there is a lot of stray cattle here in
that's true.
Malnad belt. In the roads, you can see
so
Kapila.
You can care for them also, and
we can
get
slowly,
products also.
Yes, we can increase our Goshala size and also be able to provide shelter to all these stray cattle.
And on the entry mat side, where do you aspire to? Where do you see it in the future?
On the entry mat side, we first did a POC, then we got startup seed fund. Then with that fund, we were able to develop 3 to 4 iterations of the model. And if you can see all those versions, you can see big difference. They are totally, so very good iteration.
Upgraded.
Yes, lot of iterations we have done. And as we got to know, got lot of mentorship and expert advice, we made right changes, and now we are in a stage where we are developing the final pre-commercialization model. So we are hoping we can bring this product to the market in the next 3 to 4 months.
Nice.
We will. We are hoping in very soon future we can bring it down to a design and a price where it can be used in every household.
Yes.
That's what I ultimately want to achieve. But right now we are concentrating in religious places, commercial and industrial level, initial penetration.
And you being a co-founder at 2 startups, and having both startups incubated at various incubators like AIC, Nitte, AIC, Jyoti, what is your experience about the ecosystem? What do you think about the startup ecosystem in India? How they are nurturing and supporting these startups?
The startup ecosystem is now in a golden age.
Yes.
And for any entrepreneur, student, final year of their education is the golden age to start.
Correct.
That is my advice. Like any final year student who aspires to do a new product or startup, that's the right time. They should not push it.
Because there is no other responsibility like family.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the golden age, and this is the golden time where even when we started with our idea, ideas were not incubated. POC is the stage, was the stage. But now idea is enough.
Correct.
To idea to POC funds, there are so many idea to POC funds right now. BIG, bio incubation is there. Lot of schemes are there. So I think right now we in this time with the idea you can raise funds and grow. You need not have any financial obligation or investment into it, which is a very good thing.
Yes.
It's a golden opportunity opened just in the recent 2020s.
Yes. That is a very well said statement, that nowadays you just need to have an idea. And the entire ecosystem will help you build a company and grow and upscale.
Yes. With very much personal
mentoring and guidance.
Yes.
That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for watching. This is our Ink2Inc series of the Fintelligent Investor channel, where we bring to you stories of real startups, how these startups started just as an idea and are successful companies today. We know that you have enjoyed and got motivation from the interblended stories of Dhouta Engineering OPC Private Limited and Health is Wealth LLP, Holistic LLP, and Mrs. Preeti has really, she has that ability to keep us hooked. What is next, what will she say, and she has, I think, told the story in a very beautiful way. Again, for the constraint of time, we had to cut on many places, but I am sure Mrs. Preeti will be a really huge entrepreneur, and I should say not only a businesswoman, I should say, but that passion for building things. She is a true engineer. I should say, if I have to tell.
Thank you. You made it very sweet about me. It was very nice to hear.
Yes, because more than entrepreneurship and all that, the way you told that when you see tasks being repeated, you want to automate it, you want to build it.
Yes.
And when you see a machinery, you are seeing how you can simplify it, how you can make it better. So more than anything, I think she is a true definition of engineer, and that is what I loved in this conversation. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Here is a small token of appreciation.
Thank you.
We wish you all the best, and we hope your startups, both your startups, grow from success to success. Thank you.
I also wish you that you have a good opportunity to guide many people in their businesses.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.